Very, very good to meet you.
What?
Well, God bless you, and God bless your presence on this earth.
How did he do the trick?
You're doing well.
I'm doing well.
You're much better than I saw you the last
I
time.
believe that.
Much better, much better. Things are coming back to you. I've not read up, I guess, in the last probably 3 weeks.
That's right.
So I saw that email today and knew I had to get over here. I thought it was already too late, but looked at the clock and I don't live too far from here. Probably in between where this happened and here. So, and my parents live across the street. So,
Dad, when I was at the accident, after they took you off, I was leaving and Drew and his wife pulled up in the truck and he had your keys, and that's where I met him. And I gave Drew my contact information, but he didn't give me his, and then he called me like about 3 or 4 days later and he says, "How's your dad? Give me a call, let me know." And he didn't leave his number. So the only way he knew where we were is because on the blog, apparently he had Googled Ray DeVries or, pastor or Nashville, and he found the blog and it told him where we were sitting in the little corner in Vanderbilt Hospital by the church. And he and his wife, what's her name? Was it?
Deborah.
Deborah. Mm-hmm. He and his wife Deborah came one day while we were there, and he said, "I found your blog," and Mom and I and Chris were there, and he found us through the website.
Did you see it happen or just took here on that?
I was actually the second person there. There was a gentleman there who was, hi there, gentleman there that was already calling 911, and then a second person after me showed up, and of course we were frantic. We didn't know what to do. We're everyday people, and so, but we did the best we could, and of course the paramedics got there and were able to much more efficiently help you. So I think time-wise, everything worked out. I don't think it could have worked out after the situation any better. So but I had gotten home and I had to come around. Your car doors were all locked. You were very secure in the car, and but we came around, and I got the keys out so that I can unlock the doors and get to you through the passenger side.
Now, did you find his phone, or did somebody else?
I found it, and it was just right between him and you and the armrest, and of course it took quite a bit of looking. I was looking for anything to get your name, and the only thing I saw was a budget break receipt, and I thought, that could have been the previous owner of the car. I didn't know. So, but and you didn't really respond to any names. I was just throwing out some names, and Mr. DeVries was one of them, but I think I called you DeVries. So, nevertheless, it was an experience, and I was scared. I was scared for you, and afterwards was really upset that I didn't know more things to do to help you. And
contacting my family was a big thing.
Yeah, the phone, and just a funny thought on that. I passed the phone to one guy, and he looked at it, and he passed it to the other guy and said, "You know how to work a BlackBerry?" Because nobody knew how to work a BlackBerry. So, but evidently the first guy that was there knew how to work it, and he found I guess your wife's phone number, and gave it to the other guy to call, and which was he was with the...
He's the off-duty officer, I think?
Yeah. And
so there were 3 people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was interesting because I was trying to handle you delicately. It was when the paramedics got there, you had a very small car. I think it was a Cavalier.
A Taurus.
Taurus.
Ford Taurus.
Was it a Taurus?
Yeah.
That was a Taurus?
It was.
Wow. Okay. Well, nevertheless, I'm a big guy, and I'm in the passenger side front seat, and the paramedic comes around and says, "Okay, I'll take him." And he wasn't in all of his garb. He was a pretty big guy too. So for us to switch places was difficult. So he just kind of palmed your head and held it there, and you know, I thought, wow. So much for handling delicately, but I was truly a little worried that because you're not supposed to move someone when they're injured, but you needed to be, your head needed to be up. You had a lot of fluid building up, and I took my chances and pulled your head up so that you know your fluid would drain, and. Because you know, I was, like I said, I was very worried about that. So and they when I came back to bring the keys, Matt said you were, of course they were taking you off in the ambulance at that point. And, Matt said you were still alive, and so that's all we could hope for was that you were still alive, and I'm just thrilled to be sitting next to you and able to talk with you, and
This is a blessing for me.
now you're the pastor of Woodbine
Cumberland Presbyterian Church.
Isn't that right down on Owensville Road?
Yeah, just south of Thompson Lane.
So I can't wait for you to get back up on the podium. I'm going to come to church and see you.
One of these days that'll happen.
Good deal.
But not tomorrow.
But not tomorrow. That's okay. That's
But you
all
can
right.
still come to church.
That's
I
right.
want
We have
to.
to have you there anytime.
And I'm sure you'll be getting back to church. When did you come home?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay. Like I said, it's been 3 weeks since I looked at it, and something will remind me, and I'll go back and read up, and it takes me about a half a day to get caught up. I don't see how Matt finds
He's
the
a
time to
prolific
type.
writer.
It's a phenomenal story, and of course your website's just been a huge success. So congratulations on that. And but that's just the greatest thing, having that website just to keep up with you and your progress, and I've shown my whole family your picture and who you were, and shared the story with them and kept them up to date. So my mother was just over at my house, and she asked me something about work. We work together, so I went on the internet to look at something at work, and I saw the email to me inviting me over, and I said, I'm too late. They had the walk at 9, and I went back and looked at it and said, but you'd be here from 10 to 11:30. So.
Well, we saw your truck pull up, and Mom and I just started giggling, and we knew that you were going to come here. So.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have missed this for the world. It was truly God telling me to go look at my email. And I did. Here I am, last minute.
That'll do that.
Well, Drew, thanks for coming.